Okay, buckle up because this one is wild. You remember Tyler Perry, right? The media mogul, billionaire, Hollywood giant? Well, turns out he wasn't just being generous out of the blue when Meghan and Harry fled the royal family circus. He literally saved them, like full-on superhero mode. Gave them a massive Beverly Hills mansion to crash in, protected them with armed security, and made sure not even a drone could get close. The world was ripping them apart post-Megxit, and Perry was their secret safe haven. But now... Oh, honey, that kindness is coming back with a bill, a big one, and Tyler is not playing nice anymore. Let's rewind. You might remember that viral moment, Meghan all dressed in designer chic, telling Oprah how they bought their Montecito mansion with their own money. The internet went crazy. It screamed, "We don't need the royals, we're independent, rich, thriving," except... Plot twist. They didn't really buy it, not like we thought. Sources close to Perry say this was never an actual sale. It was more like a lease-to-own situation. That's right, Meghan and Harry were basically renting that palace with a pinky promise to buy it later. And, wait for it, they allegedly still haven't paid him in full. Yes, still. And here's where it gets messier. Security cameras, yes, actual private CCTV from Perry's estate, reportedly caught Meghan and Harry in long, serious convos with Perry's financial team. These weren't your friendly, thanks for the spare room chats. We're talking contracts, delayed payments, business strategy talks. One clip even has Harry allegedly saying something like, "We'll lock it in once Netflix clears the next payment." Oh my God. So you're homeowners, but you're waiting on a Netflix payment to lock it in? Make it make sense. That entire narrative of being financially independent, it starts to look like a performance. And Meghan especially had carefully built this image of being a powerful, self-made woman. Independent, rich, unbothered. But if your whole mansion situation is basically a dressed-up IOU to Tyler Perry, that illusion shatters, fast. Oh, and guess what? The mansion never actually left Perry's trust. It's still technically under his name. So they were living large, but not exactly on their own dime. And it wasn't just the house. Tyler Perry didn't just hand them keys. He transformed that place. Meghan reportedly had all these royal-level renovation demands. Think elegant palace vibes, Oprah-worthy interiors. She wanted to impress everyone, especially the camera lens. And Perry delivered. But here's the kicker. Those renovation bills, still unpaid. You read that right. Inside sources say Meghan acted like the queen of the estate, giving out orders, telling staff what to do, even banning some security guys from parts of the house she called her property. Except it wasn't.
Can you imagine? You let someone stay in your home, redo it to fit their fantasy. They treat it like Buckingham Palace and then ghost you on the bill? Now Perry's team had enough. After months of stalling, silence, and vague "the money's coming" emails, they reportedly sent final notices to Meghan and Harry's camp. These weren't soft nudges. These were serious legal threats. We're talking millions on the line. Emails between Perry's accountants and Meghan's lawyers allegedly show a trail of, "Oh, the money's delayed, we're working on it, there's an issue with transfers." Classic excuses. But let's be real. If you're flashing headlines about buying a $50 million mansion, why can't you pay your debt? Tyler, known for being insanely generous, was furious, beyond hurt. According to insiders, he now feels totally used. He stuck his neck out when no one else would, protected them when they were vulnerable. And how do they repay him? Not even a public thank you. No closure. Just silence. And the silence? That's what stings. Because what was supposed to be a private favor turned into a full-blown PR stunt. Meghan and Harry got to build this glamorous, self-made narrative, and Perry was the invisible guy holding it all together. Now, Perry's gloves might be coming off. He's got emails, financial docs, and, brace yourselves, leaked footage. Yup, receipts. All of them. Conversations where the Sussexes allegedly tied house payments to future Netflix earnings, hinted at brand deals that never landed, and kept pushing deadlines they never met. Basically, they were buying time with hype. And remember that $50 million mansion claim Meghan once made to the press? Yeah. Total PR sparkle. Real estate experts say the place is actually worth around $28–30 million. Still fancy, but not even close to what was pushed in the media. So why inflate the number? One word, optics. $50 million sounds iconic. It's Queen Bey level. It's Oprah's league. It screams, "We've arrived." But in reality, it was more smoke and mirrors. And that illusion, it's starting to crack. And the Netflix money? Oh yeah, that $100 million mega deal? Turns out they didn't get all that cash up front. A huge chunk is tied to performance, content, milestones, and deadlines. So while the world thought they were swimming in cash, they were actually living in limbo, spending money that hadn't even cleared yet. No wonder Perry's team kept getting those wishy-washy emails. Tyler had already poured in money, energy, and trust. What he expected in return was simple: follow through. What he got? Ghosted. And now the lawyers are reportedly circling. If Harry and Meghan keep dodging, this could explode. Because Tyler Perry isn't just another Hollywood name. He's a media juggernaut. If he goes public, it won't be on Instagram stories.
It'll be a calculated surgical PR takedown, with receipts to match.
So let's talk about what was really going down behind those mansion gates. Meghan, according to multiple insiders from Perry's own household, was basically acting like royalty the moment she stepped through the door. She was calling the shots, giving staff orders, changing interior designs, and even kicked certain security personnel out of her areas of the house. But the wildest part? It wasn't her house. Not even close. Perry's team was silently watching this play out. They handled her requests, lavish renovations, fancy upgrades. Everything had to be royal but modern. One decorator even said Meghan told them, "Make it look like something Oprah would walk into and say, wow." And Perry, still footing the entire bill like a saint, biting his tongue. But this wasn't just a design choice, it was branding. Meghan and Harry weren't decorating a home, they were building a narrative. This wasn't about comfort, it was about the image. That mansion was a giant stage set and every corner was dressed for the camera. The goal, to make the world believe they had risen from the ashes, independent, strong, and oh so luxurious. But under the surface, they were still borrowing, still leaning on Perry's generosity, still making promises they weren't keeping. And then came the breaking point. Perry's patience finally wore thin. His team was done chasing empty reassurances. Emails between his accountants and Meghan's legal crew reportedly got increasingly tense. One message allegedly read, "Annoyed, this is the third postponement. Please confirm when we can expect the wire to clear." And what did Meghan's side say? More vague excuses. Muttering, temporary liquidity challenges. Muttering, accounting issues. Muttering, upcoming payments. But nothing ever came through. Weeks turned into months. Still, nothing. At that point, Perry wasn't even just mad about the money. It was personal. He had gone out on a limb for these two, defended them when the British press went nuclear, sheltered them when the royal family turned cold. He took the heat, he believed in their story, and then got quietly erased from it. No public thank you, no acknowledgement, no closure. And now, he's done playing nice. Sources in Perry's circle say he's thinking about going public, with everything. That means footage, recordings, emails, financial receipts, and let's be real, if even half of what he's sitting on gets out, it could completely flip the Sussex narrative on its head. Reportedly, Perry has hours of camera footage, conversations, meetings, phone calls, and what's in those videos? People close to him say it's not the polished, innocent version of Meghan and Harry the public sees. It's a more strategic, more calculated version. Less victim, more performance. And if those tapes drop, game over. Because this isn't just about some unpaid renovations or a delayed house deal. This is about trust, about a brand built on, we made it on our own. But now that brand is looking shaky. Let's zoom out for a second. This Perry drama isn't even an isolated incident. It's part of a bigger pattern. The Spotify deal collapsed. The Netflix projects are under pressure. There's a growing sense in the industry that Meghan and Harry's narrative isn't quite matching reality. And that's dangerous in a place like Hollywood, where image is everything. And Meghan knows image better than anyone. She mastered the game. From fashion statements to PR headlines, every move was curated. But now, that image is starting to fray. You can't build a reputation on being self-made while ghosting the guy who literally gave you a roof over your head. It's not just Perry who's noticing either. Behind closed doors, people in media and entertainment are starting to whisper the same thing. What if the story was never real to begin with? And that's what Perry's potential takedown threatens to expose. If Perry speaks, it won't just be an angry rant. It'll be a cold, calculated mic drop with receipts, and when a guy like Tyler Perry talks, the whole world listens. Media outlets that once fawned over the Sussexes will flip in seconds. The headlines will go from royal rebels to luxury freeloaders overnight, and the fallout? Oh, it could be brutal. The image of the strong, empowered couple who walked away from the monarchy and built their dream life in California, it could collapse under the weight of one word: debt. Debt to Perry. Debt to the truth. Debt to the people who believed in the fairy tale. Because let's be honest, the mansion, the deals, the lavish lifestyle, it all looks different when it's built on borrowed space and delayed checks. And the scariest part? Tyler Perry hasn't even made his final move yet. Right now, he's still watching. Still waiting, probably still hoping for a quiet resolution. But every day Harry and Meghan stay silent, every wire that doesn't clear, the closer Perry gets to blowing this whole thing wide open. And if that happens, it won't just end a friendship, it could end the entire Sussex fairy tale, because when the curtain finally falls, the real question won't be, did they buy the house? It'll be, was any of it ever real?